gonna reach into the neighborhoods, we're gonna reach into the barrio, we're gonna reach everywhere.
The story's out there.
Islam, one of the fastest growing religions in America, 1,209 mosques.
No 30-second sound bites.
Like all other faith traditions, America means home to 7 million Muslims.
Michigan,
Chicago,
Houston,
Washington, D.C.,
uncut, the whole thing.
Detroit,
Iowa,
Virginia,
Montana,
San Francisco,
Tennessee,
New York City,
Los Angeles,
Las Vegas,
Boston.
Experience the independent voices of American Muslims. Muslims America. Arsalan Iftikhar, a Muslim public diplomat and the contributing editor of Islamica Magazine, wants to show the world a gentle version of Islam. And he says it has something to do with Islamic pacifism, something the world has not seen yet.
After 9/11, we have seen this phenomenon of what people call quote-unquote Islamic extremism on one hand. And I want to show and I want to give a face to the other side of that, to what over 1 billion Muslims believe, which is Islamic pacifism, a gentle version of Islam, the true kindness, the true mercy, the true compassion that our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and all religious traditions have taught. The concept of love thy God, love
Jesus,
absolutely,
peace be upon him.
Well, from Adam to Abraham to Moses to Jesus to Muhammad, peace be upon them all.
Arsalan says that all religious traditions teach kindness, mercy, and love for fellow human beings, and Islam shares the same values. It's just that that message is overpowered by other messages, and Arsalan wants to change that.
There is no religious tradition that does not teach kindness, love, mercy, and compassion towards your fellow human being. But unfortunately, like I said, we've completely lost that message. Now all we have are cherry pickers on all sides who are trying to use our beautiful religious faith and traditions to help kill people and help perpetuate violence. I want to make sure that the legacies of people like Gandhi, Dr. Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, people, the true thought giants of history, the true thought giants of the 20th century, have some sort of representation in the 21st century. And, you know, if I can be one lonely Muslim pacifist in the world, you know, who will spend his life dedicated not to making dollars, euros, or rupees, but actually just trying to help bring a little more peace to the world, then I think that my life will have been well worth it.
And to create a more powerful impact, both locally and internationally, Arsalan is trying to push the envelope. Arsalan's got his own website, themuslimguy.com. And why the Muslim Guy? Well, because that's what he's known for.
TheMuslimGuy.com, the so-called first Muslim pacifist. That's what you're aiming for. And then you're trying to mix Gandhi and Malcolm X together.
Right.
As far as I remember, you said you want to use the compassion of Gandhi and the
righteous veracity
of Malcolm X.
Right.
And mix these two together and come up with a different perspective.
In order to make the global world understand it, I've come out with a column called Islamic Pacifism Defined. I am trying to give a face and a voice to Islamic pacifism.
And if majority of the followers of Islam mean peace, then how come we don't hear those voices? For Arsalan, inspiration has to come from someone like Imam Magid. Imam Magid says that that's because we're only paying attention to a few radical voices. No one's listening to the silent majority. Well, isn't this because they're silent?
Yeah, and majority of Muslims are non-violence. Right. We have to say that. Always the people who commit violence are really a small group, especially lately. Yani how many people in Indonesia, the largest Muslim country, how many people really believe in violence and extremism and go and shooting people and so forth? Christians and Jews lived in Muslim country for a long time. Why? Because Muslims have treated them well. And as well the Christians. Therefore, the argument is that Muslims are violent by nature. It's a bad argument. This is not true. It's not true at all.
That's fine. But deep down in your heart, you're satisfied.
Absolutely. I do believe this strongly with my heart that what we're doing is something that God will be pleased with, Allah Almighty. Because we are here defending the principles of values that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have revealed to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There's a principle of values that Prophet Muhammad have taught us. This is what Islam looks like. Islam is a message of peace and love, helping humanity, extending hand to people. That's how Prophet Muhammad changed people's hearts and minds.
Arsalan Iftikhar says that he's trying to disarm people on both sides of the aisle by adding a more humane style to his brand of pacifism.
I'm trying to give it humor. I'm trying to make people laugh. I'm trying to, disarm people. Make people understand that with Muslims and Islam, you have nothing to be afraid of. Just like we have nothing to be afraid of with Christians, black people, Jews, Buddhists, purple people. Muslims are a member of the human community also.
Arsalan is also saying that he's not talking about the usual kind of pacifism that just sits silently while the world burns. He says he wants to fight, but with his words, his logic, and the power of reasoning.
For over 1 billion Muslim pacifists out there, people who are proud Muslims and just want to live honest, decent lives and don't want to hurt anyone else and don't want anyone to hurt them, I'm just trying to help give a platform, a voice, give an audacity of hope, if you will, to Muslims worldwide, and also show the greater world that there is this form of ruthless pacifism. I call it ruthless pacifism. It's not the sort of namby-pamby, tree-hugging, old school pacifism. It's the kind of pacifism that you can sit any racist or warmonger on this opposite chair and I will take care of them with simply my words and my reason and my logic. And we will let the general public decide in the public arena whether we want to take the side of warmongers or we want to take the side of peacemakers. Raise the level of enlightenment, raise the level of intellectual honesty.